Hi guys, it's Mariam here. Welcome to my channel. I hope we are all doing okay. As seen in this description of this video, I'm sharing tips on how I conquer feeling unmotivated. A lot of days I stay longer in bed than I should, snuggling up past sunrise and procrastinating on facing the day and getting the day's tasks done. So this is a little step-by-step process on how I get myself up to get going. I hope you enjoy. The first and most important thing I found out is illumination. This could be opening up your windows or turning on your lights. It's much easier to stay in bed in a dark room than a lit one. Building up on this is making the bed. I know this is a cliche, common piece of advice, but it really is common because it works. Although it is really reflects for me at this point, but the simple act of getting myself up and tidying the bed after gives me the glorious feeling of finishing a task. And that also prevents me from getting back into bed, which is the one thing that we do not want. A made bed is pleasing to the eye and also sets me on a momentum to get things going. What I do after is to prepare for the day, even if I'm going to spend it indoors. So instead of throwing myself into the various tasks lined up for the day, I will take the time to get ready. Brushing, having my bath, and putting on fresh clothes. I'll even do my makeup, which is really just a dash of lipstick and lining my lips and brows. Doing all of this, taking the time to get ready, to feel good, and all of that makes me feel very refreshed, and not just me browbeating myself into crossing off whatever it is that I need to do. The next step is also very important, and that is I try to clear the clutter in my room. I sometimes joke that the state of my room reflects the states of my mind, and that is true to some extent.
You spent so long trying to control me. You're too blind to see this isn't where you belong.
Although I try to keep my room in a clean state most of the time, but whenever I'm feeling demotivated and uninspired like this, my room tends to look cluttered. So this particular tip helps me get my mind freer and lighter, and this is the state that you want to get yourself in order to conquer the do's.
Why don't you leave? You know everything I ever did was to please you. I just wanted you to hold the world in your hands. Now the only thing you're holding on to is worthless. And there's one thing that I'll never
Once all of this is done, my room is in top shape. I'm also feeling refreshed and made up. I often just try to get a light breakfast, or most times I just take a cup of tea. I'm reducing my intake of caffeine at the moment, so I just make a cup of hot chocolates, and now I am fully ready to face my tasks. So in all of this, at this point I'm thinking, oh, I've hyped myself up to get going. I've already built momentum. I'm feeling refreshed and light and made up and all of that. So I might as well try to get some things done. So whether I'm studying today or drafting pitches, sending emails, or filming as I am right now, sometimes it could be a combination of these things, but it is at this point where I try to make a to-do list for the things that I have to do. In the spirit of being truthful, on this particular day, I decided to journal first. I have a journal, but I do not fill it in the way you would do a diary where you have to fill it every day. So it's just however I feel, I just decide to pour out some thoughts on this particular day. After journaling, I went on to create my to-do list. In creating a to-do list, especially on a day like this where I'm feeling unmotivated, the goal is for me to prioritize what is important and not just burden myself with so much that I'll give up in the middle of things. In doing this, I establish my goals for the day and also the sequence of doing each of my tasks. I often do this based on priority and also batch similar tasks. A hack I've also found is to include some tasks that I enjoy, and on this particular day it included reading up on certain things, particularly related to being unmotivated and stressed out. Because what we want to do on this day is not to just get things done, but to also maximize this particular momentum that we've built up from the beginning of the day, and possibly add to it by doing things that we enjoy. This way we get to stretch it out longer than we originally could have. If you're like me and you spend most of your free time indoors, an important hack that could also get you going is to actually step out of your room, go out, get into the sun, get some fresh air, and possibly interact with people. It's really amazing how good random interaction with people can be, especially after spending a lot of time indoors. But my bet is really on the sun. Really, the outdoors does amazing to one psyche. An important aspect of productivity for me is accepting that sometimes the day is just not it, and much as I try, I just wouldn't tick off everything on my to-do list. And this is why I see this list as a guide and not just an absolute must do. Some days the most productive thing I can do is just to allow myself the space and the grace to replenish my energy and not just browbeat myself all day long and still have nothing to show for it. However, this is an easy trap to fall into, and I use it as a last resort. We cannot always be productive, and we are not machines that just go on and on. Even machines break down. So it is important and healthy to take breaks and take the time off to reset, so that when you are back, you are at 100%. It is important to know that you won't always be motivated, so you must learn discipline, and that includes knowing when to take the time off. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Bye.